Theresa May is on her way out of Downing Street, and with Boris Johnson as the most likely replacement as things are looking at this stage, what he says, what he does, or indeed what he fails to say really carries some weight right now at this stage in the game. And perhaps was it the case that that weight was lost on him when he took to the stage on Tuesday night in a leadership debate and failed to support Sir Kim Darroch, or perhaps there was something more deliberate at play here. Either way, whenever the pressure finally got too much for Sir Kim and he announced his resignation yesterday, Boris Johnson acted somewhat more prime ministerial, saying the right things and paying tribute to the outgoing ambassador.
Is a superb diplomat, and I worked with him for many years, and I think that whoever leaked his diptels really has done a grave disservice to our civil servants, to people who give impartial advice to ministers.
But that was in stark contrast to the things he said just the night before when he was asked about whether Sir Kim should continue serving the UK's interests in the United States. Boris Johnson started talking up his personal relationship with Donald Trump's White House rather than giving his full backing to Sir Kim Darroch.
Mr Johnson, straight to the point over President Trump's comments about both the Prime Minister and the UK's ambassador to the US. What's your stance?
Well, look, I have a very good relationship with the White House, and I'm very proud of what I was able to build up during my time as Foreign Secretary. I think it's very important that we should have a close friendship, a close partnership with the United States.
So Boris Johnson there doing nothing to defend Britain's diplomatic independence, and I think when seeing that, and certainly a lot of the reports we're reading in newspapers today, was that Sir Kim Darroch was watching that himself, and he realised at that stage that the writing was on the wall, and with Donald Trump closing doors on him in Washington, he realised it was a case of jump or rather than wait to be pushed. Certainly that's how some of the newspapers are portraying it today, particularly the left-leaning Guardian, quoting critics, I should say, of Boris Johnson, saying that Johnson has thrown Sir Kim Darroch under the bus. Similar sentiments from the left-leaning tabloid, the Daily Mirror. They're describing Boris Johnson as the man with no shame. But of course, the news agenda, the political agenda, must move on, and the broadsheet for which Boris Johnson actually draws a salary, the Daily Telegraph, which has a weekly column with Boris Johnson, having a direct quote from one of his allies, one of his supporters in the leadership race, saying that Boris must choose our new man in Washington. One hopes it's just a slip of the tongue that they specify a man. Either way, of course, the race now is on to replace Sir Kim Darroch, and it's become a new political battlefield within the Conservative Party as it moves towards a shifting of leadership. Theresa May, although she has a 1 foot out the door, is keen to replace him sooner rather than later. I think no side would disagree that this is a job which is too important to leave vacant for too long, and certainly it is her opportunity to at least leave her stamp, more of a stamp, on UK-US relations, and perhaps stop Donald Trump from having a hand in picking the next UK ambassador. But Boris Johnson's allies are saying it's unimaginable that this lame duck Prime Minister would have a hand in setting the scene for the next chapter of the special relationship. I think you can expect some movements from Theresa May's leadership, or from number 10 Downing Street, the current administration there, pretty quickly on all this as she seeks to shore up her legacy. But the bigger picture, of course, in all of this is what it says about Boris Johnson in number 10 and how that will impact US-UK relations, whether he would be beholden to a President Trump. You know, even his supporters, many of his supporters, would squirm at that prospect that they're trading in the relationship with the European Union, where, of course, Britain is one of a number of partners, to a kind of a supplicant relationship with the United States, purely in the interest of getting a new trade deal. I think that will set the tone for the rest of the leadership campaign. Of course, many of those people making their selection in terms of choosing the next Prime Minister, the Conservative Party membership, have already cast their votes, but the open question is whether it will influence those who've yet to do so.